somewhere in this world, a castle once stood. A redstone lab once pulsed with light. Wolves once guarded its gates. Crops once swayed in the breeze. And then, it was gone. With a single click, an entire universe disappears. A Minecraft world. Deleted. Technically speaking, it's rather simple. Minecraft stores each world as a folder. Terrain data, player stats, structures. Delete that folder, and the game forgets everything. No remains, no undo, just silence. But lately, I've been hearing stories. Stories that deleted worlds don't just vanish, that somewhere, beyond the code, something remains. I want to find out the truth. And so this is my investigation into the worlds that we've deleted. Part 1. My experience. After hearing those stories, I started digging. Old folders, backups I'd forgotten I even made, external drives from my laptop that doesn't even work anymore, and eventually, I found it. It was a world file that I was sure I had deleted, but there it was. And so I restored this once deleted world, and logged in. I spawned in at the old gate, and at that moment I remembered everything. The castle walls, the wheat field that never quite grew right, and the wolves that I had left sitting by the fountain. For a while, I just walked. I didn't record anything, I didn't talk, I just remembered. It was all there, like it had been waiting for me all those years. But soon, things shifted. There was a hallway I never built, tucked between rooms that I knew by heart. There was a sign above the door, it said, "Under construction." I thought maybe I'd started expanding the base and forgotten. That didn't seem right though. But then I opened up a chest and the game stuttered. A message appeared. Lost connection. But hold on. I wasn't online. I just relogged, confused. The only thing in that chest was a book. One page.
Why did you lie?
That doesn't seem right. I know I didn't write that. Something was wrong with this world, but it wasn't broken. No, I had deleted it, and yet here it was. Familiar, yet altered. Like someone or something had been maintaining it in my absence. This world remembered me, but not quite right. Surely a forgotten, deleted world should remain stationary. But the more I explored, the more it remembered wrong.
You still walked here?
Was it a bug? Some kind of residual corruption? Or was this what deletion leaves behind? It was like memory loss. The terrain, the sky, the mobs. They remembered how things should be, but something twisted it. I had since logged off, but I needed answers for what I had just witnessed. And so I started reaching out to people who too had deleted their worlds, but had rediscovered them, and had seen things that they shouldn't have, and couldn't explain. I thought that their stories would make things clearer, but they really didn't. The secrets had only just begun. Part 2. The interviews. So, you deleted your hardcore world after you died, right?
Yeah. It was totally sudden. I was mad, the lava took everything, and I told myself, that's it, deleted it. But then 2 years later, I remembered those fun days. And so I started a new world with the exact same seed, just for fun, you know?
Yeah, I understand that. But what happened next though?
Well, I started as usual. I'd made myself a full set of iron armor, and just for the fun of it, I decided to venture out to the coordinates of my old base. and it was there.
What do you mean, it was there?
My base. Not rebuilt, not a copy, it was just there. Like, it was waiting for me. And my grave, the spot where I reside, it still had some of my gear in it. Like the parts that didn't burn in the lava.
Are you sure this wasn't a copy of your old world?
No, definitely not. This was a brand new world. That old one was deleted years ago. I was so angry when I deleted it, but that's just what I did.
Okay. Well, did you try to explore this new world any further?
Yeah, and I found hallways. They led to nowhere though. There were also these rooms that I never built. It was like the world was unfinished but still alive. And every so often I would see it.
I started collecting more stories like this. More than a dozen people reported deleting worlds that then partially returned. Not running backups of these deleted worlds. No, the original worlds were truly gone, and yet many creators reported that they came back. The old worlds were corrupting the new worlds. Well, that was the story for some, but others had a completely different experience. One that I still struggle to understand.
Hi, I'm... And I ran a Minecraft server a few years ago.
You haven't run the server since, have you?
Yeah, no, we shut it down years ago. I deleted all the backups too. But last winter, whilst looking through my worlds list, just trying to clear out some memory from my computer, you know, I saw a backup from the server world. It was really weird, like I knew I had deleted it. And so I just loaded it out of curiosity. Like, this can't be the same world, can it?
Okay, and what did you find?
Well, the world was active. No players were online, but it sure was my server world. And time had ticked forward. Blocks had updated, animals moved on their own, and new builds were constructed somehow. It was like the server never really stopped.
Interesting. Did you try to shut it down or delete this world?
Yeah, I tried to, but the files started rewriting themselves, like it was resisting deletion. I know I deleted the world like years ago, but somehow the world just kept on coming back.
Now, this server owner wasn't alone in this experience. Many others had also found their deleted worlds to have somehow returned to their saves folder, and they too, out of curiosity, foolishly decided to open them.
Chunks were regenerated where they shouldn't have been.
I found a version of myself, just standing in my old house, staring at me, and then it disappeared, before I could take a screenshot.
Every time I deleted the world, a new save appeared.
The sky was corrupted with the subscribe button sun.
It was like the world refused to be forgotten. I could never get rid of it. I had to get a whole new computer.
These weren't bugs or crashes. This was something else. Something that seemed to push back against being erased. What if deletion isn't the end? What if these worlds just go somewhere else? Somewhere the game isn't supposed to let us reach. Part 3. The Forgotten Place. I wanted to understand what happens when a world is deleted. But the deeper I went, the more it felt like these worlds didn't die. They drift, and sometimes they connect. This was sent to me by someone who wished to remain anonymous. It was a gateway to a realm that they called... where pieces of forgotten, deleted worlds had somehow merged. This was their hidden safe space. And its properties location, well, it was encrypted. So, this folder sent to me was the only way that I could access it. Now, it wasn't just corrupted generation. There were builds here, bases, half-formed structures of materials from every update. Signs were left behind, player heads, books that rewrote themselves when I tried to read them, and a room that felt familiar. Not because I built it, but because it reminded me of the things I had built in other worlds. The rules here didn't hold. Gravity failed. Time ran wrong. I dropped an item frame and it hovered, glitched, and disappeared. At the lowest point, I found something impossible. A platform made out of command block stairs, every one of them blank. And standing in the center was a singular armor stand of me. It looked right at me, and then the server log showed a player joined. My name. But I was already in. Whatever this place is, it's made from memory. Our build, our paths, our deaths. The parts of our world that the game doesn't log, but somehow keeps. These are not ghosts in the code. They're what remains when a world is erased. A dimension stitched from the dead. A terrain of memory. And once you find it, it remembers you too. I don't truly know what this place is. A graveyard of code? A memory glitch? A message the game didn't mean to send? Who knows? But I think it's trying to show us something. It's demonstrating that deleted worlds are still there. Vast, strange lands filled with life. And maybe they can never truly be deleted. They just hide in corrupted folders, in fragments of code. Not gone, just forgotten. Or perhaps waiting for us to return. And maybe that's what I need to do next. Go back to when everything was simpler. Back to the first world I'd ever built. Back to when Minecraft felt endless. Let's see what it felt like before we ever knew that we could lose it. So, click here, and you can see my experience.